Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and in this video, we are going to be taking a look at the ULM Godzilla, which is a console-friendly Ford F350, although, however, I know that it does have an F350 logo right there on the side. Now, we are running this on PC, so I'm sure people are going to say, that's not console-friendly, it's got a logo right there, but rest assured, the console versions will not have that logo and thus will not deal with any of the issues that might come with that. So don't worry about that. It's no big deal. Now, with that being said and done though, make sure you check the mod.io page for this truck because there are 2 wheel packs that you can actually pick up in conjunction with this truck, and the wheel and tire packs are also console friendly, and the wheel and tire list for this thing is actually pretty sizable, as is frankly the bed, which is huge. But without any further ado, let's go and get this thing into the garage, customize it, see what we can do, and then we'll take it for a quick drive. And as far as engine sounds go, I'm not really going to bother firing it up right now because it does use default truck sounds in order to limit the RAM usage on consoles and especially older ones with less available RAM. So let's go ahead and go inside. And from here, we're going to dive right into the customization. Now, your base engine is going to be a 6.2 liter with a B- power to weight rating, which is honestly not very good. Then you have a B, which is the 7.3 liter gas engine. And then I believe, now granted, some of y'all are going to probably say, wait a minute, 7.3, that's a diesel from like the late 90s, early 2000s. This is, it seems, especially if we're running off of the numbers, it's probably based on the newer gas 7.3 and not the late 90s, early 2000s diesel 7.3. Now, you do have the 6.7, which is a diesel, and then you have the OP spec, which is going to be your S+. Now, we're probably going to go with the A+ 6.7 running 475 horsepower and 1,050 foot-pounds of torque. But again, this choice is entirely up to y'all as you build your trucks. So let's go ahead and throw that in there. And then gearbox-wise, you have a lot. You have stock, fine-tune, altered, then you have highway, and then the 10-speed but with low gears, and then you have no fuel consumption, and then you have the standard 10-speed. So we're gonna do, I'm kind of back and forth actually. I kind of want the versatility, so I'm gonna do the I'm so all over the place. I tell you what, I'll do the standard 10-speed and then we will go from there. Now, suspension-wise, you have a dually optimized suspension. You have a lift kit suspension, which is kind of going to be your general purpose lift kit. Then you have the regular standard one for use with a vanilla single tire, and then you have a toe-focused suspension. So it pretty much covers as many different bases as you would need. Now, I think for this build, though, we're going to go with the lift kit. And then tires-wise, you have a wide range of everything from vanilla tires to like modded tires. You have recoated vanilla tires, both in single and in dually configuration. And really, the tire list, like I was saying before, is incredibly long. Although I'm not sure why the camera is so zoomed out. It doesn't really make much sense in the garage, but we'll go on from here and see if it really actually affects it all that much. I mean, you've got a little bit of camera clipping in the garage, but it doesn't really worry me all that much. So now, let's see. Whoa! Oh, these are wild. These are absolutely wild. I tell you, oh my God. This tire list just keeps getting better and better. Let's see. Oh my God. Those are 51-inch tires. Those are absolutely enormous. I mean, I guess if you want to make this thing, you know, genuinely massive, you totally can. Or if you want to make it, oh God, if you want to go full like SEMA truck spec, you can do that as well if that is your jam. Now, let's see which way. Oh, those are sick. Like modified Tega tires on an American pickup truck. That's pretty wild. Let's see what we can find in here. I'm so all over the map as to what I actually want to throw onto this thing. But I tell you what, let's do kind of something somewhere in the middle. And by somewhere in the middle, I do not mean the 51-inch tires. I mean, honestly, probably these probably these 39-inch BMG Carnivore tires with the wider rear offset. Now, let's see. Power winch for console. And let's also, I don't know if we need the spare wheels or not. I mean, I might throw one in later. And then let's see. Snorkels-wise, not too big of a fan of the default snorkels, so I am not going to use one. But again, that is entirely down to what you want to do with your build. We're going to throw some dually fenders on it. And then, oh, you can do a default flatbed as well. It doesn't look too bad. And now, you also have a full set of repair supplies that you can throw in there. Again, we're not going to do that for this build, but it's totally there for you if you want to use it. Now, stock fender emblems can be removed, and I'm pretty sure that those will be removed as standard on the console version. But again, we're playing this one on PC, and so that's why they are still there. So let's see. You have selectable gauges? That is so wild. Let's see. Small parking lights, round parking lights, flasher bar, roof fogs, large roof lights. Probably going to only do the small parking lights. And then let's see. Oh, that is a massive aftermarket bumper. I don't know. I mean, if you're into that style of bumper, you could totally run it, but I don't know if that's going to be something that will run. Although I'm kind of back and forth on it now, and I'm like, I don't know. I kind of want to run it. But at the same time, I kind of don't want to run it, so I'm not going. You know what? You know what? I'm not going to. And I do want a little bit of extra clearance here up front, so I'm going to remove the air dam. And then let's see. Oh, we can do kind of a chase rack style up top. That's actually pretty sick. And I bet you that little shelf right there is maybe where that other spare gets mounted. Tell you what, let's go ahead and throw that on. And then let's see, stock headlight assembly, default grille. There's nothing else in there at the moment, but that doesn't mean that that couldn't be swapped out maybe later on down the road. Now, we do have some semi wheels on here right now, but again, depending on what tires you pick, that will determine your wheel selection. Now, you have a couple of, oh my God, you've actually got a couple of like emergency liveries here. That's pretty wild. And then you've got a wide range of selectable colors. I love how there's kind of a gradual buildup to each shade. So let's say, I don't know, let's say you want like a lighter blue, but you want a darker shade of a lighter blue. I know that that doesn't make a ton of sense, but here you can literally do that. Same with green, same with red, same with kind of orange, which goes into gold. It's a lot of colors. It's a genuinely immense like range of colors, and I love it. I tell you what, we're going to do kind of this deeper red, which I think looks really, really good. And then we're going to go ahead and throw beans right up there on the dash, if beans will go. The game was kind of acting a little strange. Oh, it is dark, or at least it was. Now, let's see. You know, I want bigger tires under this thing, but like at the same time, the 51s are too big. And so I think, you know what I might do? I might just for now, oh my God, look at all of the things you can operate. Oh, that is insane. There are so many different things to operate. That is so wild. Okay, so let's see. Tailgate, side steps, they go up and down. Rear windows roll up and down. Front windows roll up and down, and then, hold on, sunroof glass open, and then sunroof shade open. Are you serious? Oh my God, and you could see that from inside. Hold on, I've got to go back inside and then I'm going to take the rack off. I've got to take the rack off. Let's see. We'll just throw the small roof rack up there, and then, oh, that doesn't get rid of it. Hold on. All right, taking the rack off. I'm going to go back outside, and then we're going to do this again from inside the truck. Watch this. So let's see. Sunshade. Let me get rid of, there we go. So sunshade, go ahead and open it. That is so wild. And then sunroof glass, go ahead and open that up. And then from inside, front windows go down, rear windows go down, and then, let's see, we'll fold up the side steps. There are so many interactable elements on this truck. Let's see. Open the hood. I mean, there's not a ton of detail under there, but it's still one of those things where you can still open and close it, which is really cool. Now, let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the hood again. And then now, finally, we can take this thing for a little bit of a drive. Now, I will say there's been a ton of focus on the customization in this video, and we will be doing some driving with this truck a little bit later on down the road, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But if y'all want to get your hands on this truck, I highly recommend doing so. And not only because there's a lot going on, but also because it's great for role plays where you maybe, let's say you want to load an ATV in the back. Well, literally, you can pull up to a ramp and then throw the tailgate down and boom, you just literally pull up to your loading ramp and you're good to go. You throw the ATV in the back and then you peace out. And then once you actually find yourself a trail and you close the tailgate again, you can just go ahead and head on up the trail. Let's see how this thing does. Diff lock's always on. Not too bad. I mean, we literally like threw it into the deep end, taking it up here. And the only test we're not really doing is a test of kind of water fording capability, but it's not really gonna be too big of an issue so long as you use one of the snorkels. I just don't like the way the default snorkels look, and that's not a dig against this truck. That's kind of like, I just don't really like the default snorkels on pretty much anything. So it's entirely up to y'all on whether or not you want to run them. Now, at this point, there's definitely a lot more we can go over about this truck, but this was a lot more of a overview than a driving video. So we'll do a driving video with this thing a little bit later on down the road. So that's where we're gonna end this one, but make sure y'all come back soon for another upcoming video featuring this truck. And if you wanna see that, make sure you are subscribed and have those notifications on, and I will see y'all next time. Talk to y'all later.